Alright, so Shalom Israel, Shalom. You know, first and foremost, always, I'm gonna give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, the name of His Son, Yahweh Shah. And this video is going to light skin versus dark skins. You feel what I'm saying? Light skin versus dark skin. And I'm just coming out the belly on this video. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking as a man on this video. Cause you know this is a topic. It shouldn't be no issue. This thing that I'm finna talk about shouldn't be no issue. Period. Light skin versus dark skins. That shouldn't be no issue. Like like think about it. That shouldn't be an issue. We both in the same. We the same people. That should be no issue. Dark skin versus light skin. We the same people. We the same race. We the only thing is that person might be lighter than you, or that person might be darker than you, but he's still so-called black. You feel what I'm saying? That shouldn't be no issue. And it's an issue. It's a big problem. Like, people get looked at different. You know, dark skins get looked at as being more, but dark skinned females get looked at as being more aggressive, angry, whorish. That's true. That's how dark skinned females get looked at, and light skinned females get looked at as being more soft spoken, more loyal, more gentle. Just look at the movies, bro. Look how they portray our sisters in the movie. But it's all go back to slavery. The so-called white man, this is why we say he gotta pay. The so-called white man was putting the light-skinned slaves against the black slaves. He might one day, he might allow the light-skinned slave to come in there and eat ribs with him, right? He might have put the light-skinned slaves around the table to eat ribs with him, and he made the dark-skinned slaves watch him eat ribs. Watch the light-skins eat ribs. So that made jealousy. The dark-skinned slaves got jealous of the light-skinned slaves because they were eating ribs while they was at the table, but they were feeding the dark-skinned slave the leftover. But if you think about it, at the end of the day, it's still pork. They still was feeding them pork, but they ain't look at that. They was looking at the light-skinned slaves getting to be able to sit at the table with the slave master, had the napkin around their neck, and eat the ribs. They weren't looking at they both feeding y'all pork, bro. They both feeding y'all things that y'all are not supposed to be eating that can make y'all sick. They weren't looking at that. The dark-skinned slaves were looking at the light-skinned slaves like, oh, they get eat up there with massa. Okay. The niggas think they all that now. The niggas think they better than us now because they get to eat up them. So now, that's still an issue right now. It started with slavery, the Willie Lynch syndrome. It started with slavery. Now, our people, it's still getting passed down from generation to generation. Still getting passed down from generation to generation. So back then, this even with me. Back then, we used to rank on dark skins. Be like, you burnt chocolate. You black. You real black. You black like a crayon. Like we used to just get on like charcoal. We used to really in middle school and elementary. We used to get on dark skins. We used to pick on dark skins. But now it's the other way around. Now dark skin, you know, people more like want to be around dark skins, and they looking at light skins as being soft. It's a whole thing, light skin versus dark skin. You have the dark skin. They look at the dark skin men as being more powerful and stronger, you know, and they looking at the light skins as being soft. Like, where that come from? Like, where that come from? We beefing with each other, bro. It shouldn't be no issue on light skin versus dark skin. We the same people. It shouldn't be no issue, just like with blacks and Hispanics. We the same people. That's causing separation. That's causing us to get blind and farther away from understanding who our true enemy is. They like that. That's why they push that. We was powerful. You think before they had made us being separate, light skin versus dark skins. What I was finna say? So like the music got me caught slipping. Well, they knew that we was powerful. They knew that we was powerful when we was together. Dark skins and brown skins and light skins. They knew that. So they had to make us hate each other. They had to find a way to make us separate. So that's why they made light skin versus dark skins. Even now, light skins might get better jobs than dark skins because they skin lighter. You feel what I'm saying? It's really an issue. It's an issue that it shouldn't be an issue in this thing, bro. And it's with our people too. It's challenges going on YouTube. Light skin, who you prefer more? Light skins or dark skins? That shouldn't be no challenge. That shouldn't be no talk about this thing, bro. We're the same people. We get looked at the same. These white people look at us the same, bro. They said light skin and dark skin, you still look at as a nigga. You still look at as a nigga to them. It don't matter if you light skin or dark skin. So why when it come to us, we want to look at him like he our enemy just because his skin darker than us, or just because they skin lighter than us, or they our enemy now? That don't make sense. We the same people. We on the same boat. This shouldn't be no. Know what I'm saying? I shouldn't even be sitting here on this Friday talking about this, bro. I shouldn't be sitting here talking about this because this shouldn't be no problem. And it's an issue. Like, it goes to the point where, like I said, brothers won't even date this sister because she's dark skinned. She can be a beautiful sister. I'm talking about beautiful, no makeup, natural hair. Like, she just beautiful. But brothers will not date that sister because she is dark skinned. Brothers will not date that sister because she's dark skinned. And sisters won't date that light skin because she feel like he's soft because he light skin. He's soft. He light skin. That's that light skin nigga. I don't want no light skin nigga. They soft. I actually heard a female say that she don't want no light skin nigga because they soft. You also have brothers in the music industry talking about it. I think Kodak and Glock 9 said something about they don't want no dark skinned girl because they already dark and they don't want their baby to be dark. What? First and foremost, just because both of y'all dark goofies, that don't mean y'all baby gonna be dark skinned. If both of y'all dark, if you dark and your girl dark, that don't mean your baby gonna be dark skinned. It can take the color from the grandma, from the granddad. It don't have to be dark skinned because y'all dark skinned. What's the problem? And even if it was dark skinned, like, what's the problem? What's the problem? This shouldn't be no issue. Deuteronomy 76 that we God's chosen people, so we shouldn't be over here stressing about color. Somebody's skin? So, bro, the colors of your skin, dark skin, brown skin, light skin, don't determine who you is as a person. All light skins ain't soft. All light skins ain't soft, and all dark skins not hard. You feel what I'm saying? You can't look at it like that. That don't even you gotta sit down and think, who put this into our mind? Who punched this into our mind? That light skin versus dark skin mentality. We didn't come up with that. Because in the beginning we was all together. We knew who we was. We didn't come up with that. You gotta understand your oppressor did this to keep us away from who the real enemy is, from knowing that he the real enemy. The so-called white man. For us knowing that he the real enemy, he had to do something. We couldn't continue to be together because we was too strong. That's why he separated us and the Hispanics. We couldn't continue knowing that we the same people because we too strong. So he had to separate us and act like we different people, but really we the same people. We was in slavery on that slave ship the same time. We the same people. We was on there together. On there together, bro. So you can't look at somebody and be like, "Oh, he light skinned. That's it. I know he's soft." That's off. That's wicked, bro. Like, that don't make no sense. And we just, brothers getting killed because they dark skin. Like, brothers really, you know what I'm saying? You also have people look at people funny because they dark skin. They get laughed at because they dark skin. You know, people bleach their skin, but it's that big of a problem. They bleach their skin. You know what I'm saying? Because our people want to say something about them. We shouldn't be the ones saying something about them. We should be lifting them up. If the other nations say something about them, okay, we understand. They don't like us anyway. We know that. But it's a problem when our people is saying something to them, and vice versa with the light skin too. You know, dark skin. Now it's the other way around. Dark skin looking at light skin like they down now. But back then, everybody looking at dark skin like they down now. So it's like it's backwards. It's off. It's just off, bro. But we shouldn't be bashing each other. You feel what I'm saying? We shouldn't be bashing each other, talking like, okay, he dark skin, don't mess with him. We supposed to be lifting each other up, bro. So-called black is beautiful. It's beautiful, bro. We beautiful. We all shades. We all different shades. King David was ruddy. Okay, King David was ruddy. He wasn't dark skinned. He was ruddy. But Yahushua, who the world called Jesus Christ, was so-called, he was dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? Because that shows you we have different shades. And both of them were two powerful men. So they tell you right there, your shade don't matter. We come in different shades. We shouldn't be getting on each other. We shouldn't be bringing each other down because we're a different shade in each other. Leave that to the other nations. We know the other nations hate us. They can say that all they want to. We don't care about that. We know their judgment. We know they hate us. Okay, but it's a problem that it becomes a problem when we get on each other for that. We don't need to be doing that, bro. We need to come together. We the same people. We powerful together, light skin, dark skin. We powerful like that, bro. When we stand 10 toes, them folks knew that. Them folks knew that back in slavery. They knew that. They knew how strong we was when we came together, light skin, dark skin, Hispanics, Native Americans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans, Haitians, Jamaicans. They knew how powerful we was. So they came up with that idea, man. How can we separate these folks, man? And that wasn't the only thing they did to separate us, because you know they separated us by they were hanging us, they were killing the biggest slave, raping the biggest slave in front of us, to put fear in our heart. But that was one of the main big reasons to separate us by light skin versus dark skin. That's crazy, because that's still going on right now. So what that tell you? It didn't never end. That light skin versus dark skin, that thing that never end, bro. That's still a problem. That shouldn't be no problem in 2021, man. We should already understand, hey, we different shades. We still the same people though. When you still right, when you, it don't matter if you light skin or dark skin, when you still filling out your race, you put so-called black. You put so-called black on that little resume. You don't put light skin, or you don't put dark skin. You put black. Cause we the same people. There shouldn't be no issue, but we gotta understand what's going on. Our oppressor trying to trick us. He did trick us. He's still tricking us to this day. It shouldn't be no YouTube videos talking about who you prefer, light skin versus dark skin. That shouldn't be no issue. That shouldn't be no problem. But this is why this is the issue. This is a curse on us. A lot of people don't understand we are a cursed people. This Deuteronomy 20 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his children, which he shall lead. So that's also a curse too. We got an evil eye towards each other. So that's why it's a light skin versus dark skin issue with the men and the women, because it's the evil eye. That's the evil eye. We got an evil eye towards each other, man. And the only way we're going to come out of this evil eye and this light skin versus dark skin going to end, if we come back to the Most High and understand that we're the same exact people. We're the Israelites of the Bible, and we got to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's the only way. That's the only way, man. But this is my video, man, going into that, you know, light skin versus dark skin. They got to cut, man. Hey, cut that, bro. Cut that. We're the same people. You got to understand that, you know. So all praises to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Say Shalom.